All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and today we're talking about, well, European car owners, tiers, what I call 1 through 3. All right, so European cars. There's tons of technicians out there that absolutely hate Europeans. Call them Eurotrash, various, expletives, and absolutely hate them. Here we have some brands that we no longer work on for a couple reasons. Let's talk about that. Mercedes-Benz is not allowed in here. Why? Well, tier 1 customers, the really good customers, the ones you want, well, there's a Mercedes-Benz dealer down the road from us. We're not getting those customers. We're getting tier 2 or tier 3. Let me talk about my tier schedule on European owners. Tier 1 is the great customers, the cars that know they're driving European cars, they're going to be expensive to maintain, they have the money to maintain them, and are willing to spend it. Tier 2 customers are in the middle. They generally have the money, they might be the second owner, they may not be as understanding of the fact that they're driving European cars and they're expensive to fix and maintain. Tier 3 customers are the, well, third owner, fourth owner, fifth owner that are going, yep, driving a BMW. What do you mean it costs $4,000 to fix it so I can pass emissions? What are you, you're trying to rip me off. That's, unfortunately, a lot of independent shops, that's the customers they get. They don't get the really good tier 1 and tier 2 customers, they get the tier 3. When you deal with tier 3 customers, well, everything's too much money. And anytime they have to spend money on it, they will complain about everything else. They're really just bad customers in general. And unfortunately, it gets attached to the fact that they're owning a European car, and, well, must be the European cars that are the problem. No, it's the owners. They bought a car they can't afford. They can't afford to fix it. They can't afford to buy it. They can't afford to maintain it. So all of a sudden, you're the villain because you're trying to, fix their car, and it's expensive. That's one of the reasons why we don't deal with Mercedes-Benz customers, because we weren't getting those tier 1 and tier 2 customers. We were getting a lot of tier 3 customers that were not willing to go to the dealership because, too much money. And, well, we were too much money too. And anytime we did any sort of repairs, it came back for ever since you, ever since you, ever since you. To give an example, we had a Mercedes-Benz dealer-trained technician fixing Mercedes-Benz. On Mercedes-Benz, he had a 40% comeback ratio. A lot of times it wasn't actually a comeback, but 40% of the cars he worked on came back for something, and the customers they were not good customers. Same with Jaguar. We've got a Jaguar dealership right down the road. We don't get, those really good customers. We get the cars that are so beat up that you look at it funny doing an oil change and coolant hoses are going to blow off. No lie, has seen it happen. We're very narrow on the European market that we work on. We want to work on cars that when we can actually fix, that we have service information, we have diagnostic information, we can actually fix them. We ran into that problem the other day on a Volvo. Literally, the only information I had was the codes in my scan tool, nothing on Identifix, nothing in all data, not even a code definition. So, that's a problem for us, and Volvo, if you're familiar with Volvo, they can be a pain in the butt. It's unfortunately one of the problems we're running into. Now, we have BMW ISTA for Mini and BMWs. Now, our BMW customers, if you've watched any of my What's Going On Around the Shop, our BMW customers are more than willing to spend money on their cars. You know, when you're doing $3,000, $4,000 repairs and they're like, do it. Not, no, it's literally, oh, okay, do it. I've got an Audi behind the camera that I'm gonna show here in a second of a customer that is not flinching at a, I think, $3,000 repair. I've already diagnosed it. One of the intake manifold runners is not going fully closed, or not really fully closed, but fully to rest. And I've checked both vacuum actuators. They both work, they both hold vacuum, so hold your comments. We're having to go in and investigate further, but chances are it's gonna need at least one of the lower intake manifolds. May need both, we'll see when we get in there. But the point of that is, the customer is spending the money. This isn't a bad customer. This is a great customer that's willing to spend money on their European car. And that's why we like them here, is because they pay really well. They're willing to spend a bunch of money to fix their cars. Why wouldn't we want them? Because honestly, for us, the big three really good customers that we get, and I'm gonna put Volkswagen in there too, even though it's kind of the everyman's European. We've got a lot of really good Volkswagen customers. We've got a lot of really good Audi customers and a lot of good BMW customers. They're willing to spend money on their car. They're tier 1, tier 2, and well, it's good money. Good money for the technician, good money for the shop. Now we're gonna go see, well, our last Land Rover. All right, so Eric is putting an engine in this Land Rover. Head gasket's blown badly. He's putting an engine in it. And well, cab's got to come off. So he's got his fun for him. Now, I talked about our tier system. Well, he's gotten his butt kicked working on Land Rovers because, well, we don't get tier 1, tier 2 customers. We get a lot of tier 3. Again, a lot of those customers we get for Land Rover are not tier 1. They're tier 3, horrible customers that, you know, yeah, they approve the work, but they complain about it. And then it winds up being more expensive because, well, you touched it, so more problems. So this is actually our officially last Land Rover we're doing any major work on because, well, Eric's finished with it. He's over it. He's had too many of those problems. He is our Land Rover guy, dealer trained tech, and he's realized that we're not getting those good customers. We're getting those tier 3s. So we are, after this one, done with Land Rover. Again, Land Rover dealership down the road. You see a trend? So it is unfortunately part of the issue with Eurotrash is you get the first 2 tiers, you're golden, you're making money. As long as you can find information, you're good. When it comes to tier 3, chances are it's just not worth it. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. As always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.